Welcome, 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 welcome to the masterclass. Yes, whether you be in daytime, nighttime, whether it be the afternoon, wherever you are welcome to this class. This is the secret to business success for African American women with your host, Dr. B. We're going to have some fun. I got my coffee here on deck, honey. This is the second time. The second time that I actually had to press the record button on this masterclass. Would you believe that I went ahead and I started this class and I had not hit the record button? So here we are again. Welcome to the masterclass. I had to start all over. Thank you for being here. Again, I'm Dr. B from Expect Effing More, and this is the secret to business success. Let's go. All right, so what is my promise to you? Number one, I'm here to show you the right way to run your successful business. You know what? First of all, are you sitting at your cubicle at work and you're ready to leave and you're wondering why you're still at that job that you've been at for 100 years and you feel your whole life crumbling before you in your soul-sucking cubicle? Well, let me tell you, maybe it's time for you to start your own business. Maybe it's time for you to step outside of that cubicle and do something different with yourself. That's why I'm here. Or maybe you have a business and you feel stuck. You don't know what to do. You done tried everything, but have you tried the 5 business keys to success? Do you know what the keys are? That's what this masterclass is about. By the end of this masterclass, you'll be closer to new opportunities and the business and life that you have always dreamed of for yourself and also your family. Again, I'm here to teach you the right way to start and run a successful business. You know, that business that you've always dreamt about. I will change the way that you think about business, not just for African American women, but business in general. I'm here to help educate you. You know, I started my first company way back in 2007, but we'll get in that in a minute. So why should you listen to me? Like I said, I started my first company in 2007. You know, I have been teaching. I have been all over the map. I've done so much in various industries, including cannabis industries, including launching the #1 dispensary in San Diego, including creating CBD brands, not only for myself, but for my clients. I have gone the extra mile in business and creating award-winning programs for African American women and creating webinars and selling $60,000 in a week and $45,000 in just 45 minutes. Listen, taking businesses from 0 to 6 million in a year. Yes, that is me, and that is why you need to listen to me. Not only that, but I'm an Air Force veteran, a former college professor, and a business strategist. I'm a 5-time award-winning international best-selling author, and that is a mouthful. And you know, one of the reasons why I am that is because I put that on my vision board. We're going to talk about vision boards. We're going to talk about a lot today. I hope you're comfortable. I got my coffee. Go ahead and get you some coffee and some tea or whatever you got. But you definitely want to make sure that you're here for the masterclass. Again, I'm doing this because I care about you. Your success is absolutely my mission. All right, so what are the 5 keys? Well, these are the 5 keys that will take you to business success. Mindset. Okay, that's #1. Defining success. We're going to talk about that. Developing your business. What does that mean? Money matters is absolutely a key to business success. And the 5th key, networking. Your network is your net worth. Somebody touch your neighbor and say your network is your net worth. All right, now. Let's continue. We're going to get into what that means. But #1, mindset. Your mindset is so important. If you have a crappy mindset, you're going to have a crappy day. Okay? If you do not cultivate positivity, if your mind is stuck on negative, lower vibrational things, then that is exactly what you're going to attract in your life space. Your mindset matters. Why mindset? Your mindset is the way you think about things. It's your state of belief. It is the established set of attitudes held by someone. Your mind is defined as the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experience, to think and to feel. The faculty of consciousness and thought. We're talking about your mind today and why mindset is number one. Lots of people start businesses, but they forget that they also need to have a healthy mindset in order to operate that business. Lots of businesses fail. And one of the reasons why businesses fail is because the mindset of the person that's actually running the business. Your mindset is your attitude about a thing. Your attitude determines your altitude. Hello, somebody. Attitude is the key. It's number one. Okay, if you think that everything sucks all the time, then it probably will. You tend to attract what it is that you think. This is very important. This is the power of attraction. Anybody know Earl Nightingale? Earl Nightingale. I almost said Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale, okay, he's one of the OGs. He says that a bad attitude can ruin your day. Absolutely. A bad attitude can ruin anybody's day, not just your day, but the people around you. Imagine. I've been doing trade shows since 1996. That's 1996. Imagine you're at a trade show, you're attempting to sell your product, service, or idea, but you have a crappy attitude. Do you think that that is going to lead to the sale? 9 times out of 10, absolutely not. People are attracted to positivity. People are attracted to people who are light. People are attracted to energy that is soothing, that is kind. People are repelled by negative energy. Again, it says positive people attract, negative people repel. The longer you stay miserable, the faster you'll attract miserable company. Again, misery loves company. You'll attract that if you remain miserable. Happy people attract happy people. You want people to be happy in your presence. You want people to feel uplifted in your presence. Why? Well, one of the reasons why, besides it just being a very good thing, when you're a business owner, this could potentially lead to sales. If you have a poor attitude, Earl Nightingale says, you will become a magnet for unpleasant experiences. Absolutely. A magnet. A magnet. We could change it around. If you have a positive attitude, you'll become a magnet for pleasant experiences. Think about that. Again, attitude is number one for business success. And I go into that deeper in my courses. Attitude is number one. Like I said earlier, poor attitude will make you lose a sale. If you have a sour attitude, how in the world are you going to sell your products and services? How are you going to strike up a conversation with anybody if your face and your body language is saying, honey, I'm not here for it today? How are you going to sell anything if you are miserable? You need to get your mind right. And this is why mindset is number one. You deserve success. Absolutely you do. And when you know that, your attitude will reflect that. And when your attitude reflects that, then you'll develop this confidence about yourself. And it's this confidence that will draw people to you, which will give you the opportunity to close the sale. And people will want to support you because you're positive. All right. So again, we're on the topic of mindset. Now, I know I talked about your mindset and I talked about positivity. And people say, well, B, how in the world can I cultivate positivity? We live in a crazy world. There's so much going on, so much on the news, so much on social media. Let me tell you, you got to step outside of all that sometimes. You got to step back into nature. I always talk about stepping outside and stepping into nature. If it wasn't for nature, let me tell you, we would have all lost our minds a long time ago. I'm a nature lover. I love being in nature. Being in nature helps to recalibrate me completely. It helps to recalibrate you too. This is very important. Right now, I'm surrounded by the mountains and I'm surrounded by the lake. And I feel like it's so important to be around the energy of nature because nature is soothing. Okay, nature helps you to relax. Again, we're talking about cultivating positivity within your life space. Maybe you might need to take a trip, to the mountains or go to the lake or whatever it is to sit yourself in nature. Get yourself around some trees. I don't care if you got to go outside and hug a tree. Do you hear what I'm saying? Surround yourself in nature. Bring yourself back to the 0 point so that you can cultivate positivity in your life. All right. Again, 6 meditations to cultivate positivity. I'm just giving this to you. Affirmations. Okay. Affirmations. These are popular these days. More people are learning about affirmations, but not every affirmation is a positive affirmation. You want affirmations that are positive declarations that you make about yourself and or your company. You want them to be positive statements, statements that you wish to create. Statements that state that you wish to create a successful business as if it is already done. Affirmations can be used to encourage business success. Positive affirmations can inspire you to take actions and to reach business goals. Okay, so here are some of the following examples of business affirmations. I am worthy of success. I create products people want and need. I make a difference in this world with my products. Those are some examples of affirmations. Again, we're talking about key number 1, mindset, and we're talking about the 6 meditations to cultivate positivity. Affirmations is one of them. Vision boards. Okay. I love a vision board, honey. Let me tell you. This is how I became a 5 times best-selling international award-winning author. By placing on my vision board, I am an international best-selling award-winning author. I kid you not. Vision boards are powerful because they place the vision of what you wish to accomplish right in front of your eyeballs. I'm talking about something that you can see every day. I'm talking about something you can see when you wake up in the morning, something you can see when you go to bed at night. Vision boards are exactly what they sound like. It's an art board that you display. For example, to display your 5-year goals. I ask people, well, what would your 5-year goal look like if money or time was no object? What is it that you wish to attract? What is it? What are your dreams? This is why I say expect effing more. Put it on a board. Put it in front of you. Make it real. And it will have an effect on your subconscious mind. And the next thing you know, you'll be living out your vision. Put it in front of you. Vision boards are helpful when you need a quick boost of motivation. Okay, here's another meditation that I like to use to cultivate positivity in my mind. Again, mindset is the number 1 key to business success. Binaural beats. Okay, binaural beats. This is when 2 signals of 2 different frequencies are presented separately, one in each ear. Our brain detects a phase variation between the frequencies. Now, the difference between these 2 signals is called a binaural beat. Binaural beats have shown that you could change how you feel simply by listening to the binaural beat frequencies. Again, this is another example of a meditation, and this was discovered way back in 1839. Okay? Again, we're talking about mindset, and we're going over the 6 meditations to cultivate positivity. I hope you're taking notes. I know I am. I'm going to sip my coffee. Are y'all having fun? I know I am. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be here during this masterclass. Let me tell you, it means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's continue. Let's continue to learn. All right, so here's another meditation that I absolutely love to help me to cultivate a positive mindset: listening to music. Listening to music, I mean, it just puts me in another place. It puts me in another time. It puts me in another dimension. Anytime I'm feeling bad or not feeling as well, when I put on music, I feel like it helps lift me out of that dark place. Music is very important. And of course, what may be positive and motivational for you may not be positive and motivational for someone else. The point is that it uplifts you. You need to add music as a meditation to cultivate positivity within your life space. Music helps me to develop an optimistic view. And another thing that music helps me do is dance. Dance is very important. You know, you go to a spiritual person and maybe you've been weighted down for years. They'll say, well, When's the last time you danced? Again, dancing can free you. Dancing can change the frequencies around you. This comes into play often when you listen to music. Music in itself is a meditation, and when you add dance to it, oh my goodness, you're giving the blues the 1-2 punch. Again, we're talking about meditations to cultivate positivity within your mind. Why? Because mindset is the number one key to business success. Absolutely. So turn on some music and get your dance on. Coloring. Okay, this might be a surprise for some people, but coloring is absolutely a meditation. It is a meditation to cultivate positivity. Coloring is a beautiful way to get in the present moment. I talk often about being in the present moment within my courses, within my books, and with all the study material that I give. Why is it important to be in the present moment? Because it's in being in the present moment that you can actually get things done. It's in being in the present moment that you can actually heal whatever needs to be healed. It's being present that helps you, not running away from things, but being present. And coloring helps you to develop this presence. Coloring helps you to develop patience. Patience is important as it relates to business. If you don't know yet, you're going to find out, okay? Coloring helps because it's a consistent reminder. It's a constant reminder for me that all things come together. This is why coloring is such a powerful meditation to cultivate positivity, to get your mind right, to shift your mind and put your mind in a place of ease, put your mind in a place of presence, put your mind in a place of comfort simply by coloring. Again, this is a powerful meditation, and coloring is fun. Again, we're talking about mindset, the 6 meditations to cultivate positivity. Coloring keeps me from excessive thinking. I gotta say that. All right, key number 2, defining success. This is very important. How are you going to have a successful company if you don't know what success looks like for you, okay? Defining success is the number 2 key to business success. What is business success? What does it mean for you? So what is business success? What's out there? Well, number 1, success is often measured from a business performance standpoint, but we know business performance in itself is not a key indicator of success, okay? Business success is often determined by your financial returns for investment. But financial performance alone does not automatically constitute as business success. Longevity in business could be an indicator of success. Okay, increased business expansion, firm employment, and profits are considered successful. The entrepreneur may determine their business success based on their individual feelings. This is why it's so important for you to sit down with yourself. You wouldn't believe how many business owners start businesses, but they don't know what success looks like for them. You need to know what success looks like for you. Even if that success is, hey, I just want to work for myself. And that's it. And you're considered successful when you reach your goal. If you don't know what success looks like, then how are you going to have a target? How are you going to hit a target that you don't have? So defining your success helps you to define your target, helps you to determine, what would it look like and what does it feel like when I know I'm successful? Does being successful mean that I don't work for anyone else? Does being successful mean that I get to spend more time home with my family? What does business success look like for you? You need to think about and start thinking about today. Write it down. Again, we're talking about key number 2, defining success. Why is it important to define success your way? Okay, it's important to define success your way because what you think about as successful may be completely different for someone else. Okay, sometimes we're measuring ourselves based upon other people's measuring sticks when you need to create your own measuring stick. Stop looking at what everybody else is doing on social media and saying, oh, well, that if I do it like that, then I'll be successful. No, you have to learn how to define success your way. It puts you in the driver's seat of your own life purpose and path. It helps you to think outside the box. You're not here to be a carbon copy of someone else. You're here to be yourself. And so you have the right to define business success your way. What does it mean to be successful to you? This helps you to realize that you can get paid and serve people and make them better and make a difference in the world. What does success mean for you? It's important to define success your way. It's important to have a vision. All right, still talking about defining success. According to Brand Foundation's mission, vision, and value statements are often overlooked and unmemorable to employees within organizations. To solve this challenge, they refreshed the traditional mission, vision, and value statements and created your purpose, way, and impact. Purpose, way, and impact. What is the purpose for you doing what you're doing? What is the way that you plan on doing what you're doing? And then what is the impact that you wish to have? These are things that you need to know as a business owner. Again, we're talking about key number 2, which is defining success your way. Key number 3, developing your business. Developing your business is important because how are you going to have a business if you haven't developed it? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to give you some steps here. Like, for example, one of the ways that you develop your business could be by setting up a corporation, for example. And so here are the 7 steps to set up a corporation. In case you didn't know, you want to select your business name. You want to identify your business location. You want to select your corporate type. Are you an LLC, an S corporation, a C corporation? What are you? Okay. You want to name the company of directors. You want to determine the type of shares. Some of these things may be applicable to you. Okay. You want to obtain a certificate of your incorporation. And you want to process the files and the paperwork. Again, you need to know the laws and the rules for your state so that you understand how to go about setting up your corporation. But one of the things that you do when you develop your business is to set up your corporation. Again, key number 3 is developing your business. Key number 4, money matters. Oh, honey, does money matter? Oh, honey, it does. Money is super important because without money, how are you running a business? It takes money to make money. I know you've heard people say that. Well, there's a lot of truth to it. Indeed. How are you establishing anything without nothing? Okay, this is why financial literacy is so important for business owner. Now, why does financial literacy matter so much? Well, number 1, it gives you confidence. If you have a business and you don't know your numbers, then you don't know your business, okay? It keeps you from having to make rash decisions. When you have money in the bank, you don't make irrational decisions. This is very important. This is why money is important when it comes to running a business. This is why it's the number 4 key to business success because it is. Because again, if you don't have it, then you put yourself in dire straits and you're subject to make decisions that don't make any sense. But when you have money in the bank, you don't have to take every deal that comes your way. Do you hear what I'm saying? And there are times as a business owner, whether you be a new business owner or an old business owner, there are times when you may decide, you know what, I don't want to work with that client, or I don't want to do X, Y, Z. And you don't have to, because you're not in a place where you're strapped for cash. You could be selective. You want to be in a place where you can be selective and you can work with people that you want to work with. You can be in alignment. It's about being in alignment. And when you have money, it helps to put you in better alignment. This is why financial literacy is so important to business. It makes you aware of your sales. How are you going to have a business if you don't know your sales? Come on now. Again, if you don't have any sales on the book, then you're not in business in the first place. This is why money matters. It makes you money. Financial literacy helps to make you money. The more you know about money, the more you apply the keys to wealth, the more you apply the keys to abundance, the more money you could potentially make. Money matters. Okay, you might hear some people saying that it doesn't, but it does. If you're planning on running a business, or if you're already in business, then you already know that money matters. You need money to operate your business. You need money to prepare for hidden expenses. You need to be savvy on how to invest the money. In the first place, financial literacy is important. Again, this is part of key number 4, money matters. Financial literacy is number 1. It keeps you sane, okay? When you know where your money is, when you have financial literacy within your business, you're not playing a guessing game with your money. You're not. When you set certain money goals for your business, it's not like you're just setting them, on a whim. You're setting these high goals and you're hitting these high targets. Financial literacy is important because it helps you get there. Financial literacy is part of Money Matters, and Money Matters is the 4th key to business success. All right, again, money matters. Money being the 4th key to business success. I have to share with you 10 ways to invest in your business, because if you don't invest in your business, then you're not investing in yourself. And what are you doing? One of the things that you need to do is put aside money for your business education. Yes, you need to put aside money for your business education. You're not done going to school just because you started a business. You need to put money to the side so that you can continue to educate yourself throughout this entire journey that you're on. That doesn't mean that you need to necessarily go back to school and get another degree. No, what that means is you need to invest in courses. You need to invest in books. You need to invest in webinars. You need to invest in whatever it is as it pertains to your business education. You need to invest in yourself. Get your mind right. Again, that's why key number 1 is mindset. Get your mind right to get yourself in a position where you see yourself as having so much value. You're not waiting it for anybody to invest in you. You're not looking for investors right now. Your first investor is you. You need to become that investor. Number 2, create a budget for marketing only. You absolutely need a budget for marketing only. You need a budget, period. But you also need a budget for marketing only, because how in the world are you going to have a business or have a product, have a service, but you don't have a budget for marketing? How are you going to get the product and the service and the business out to the market? How you plan on doing that? You're probably going to need some money to do that. And this is why you need to have a marketing budget. And this is why money matters. Don't let nobody tell you that money doesn't matter when it comes to running a business, because what do you mean? Nah, you need money so you can create a marketing budget. Also, you need to hire an accountant. In the beginning, it might just be you. In the beginning, you might just be using software, and that's okay. But when you get to a place where you're making money, where your business is producing money, you need to hire professionals that can help keep you on track. I know what I'm saying. It's going to get to a place where you have to pay things like taxes. When you have to pay these things, you need to hire an accountant so that you can stay ahead of things, so that you know what's happening within your business. You need to create a team of people that can help you. These are ways to invest in your business so that it's not just you. These are 10 ways to do it. You invest in your business by creating a team of people around you. And one of the people on your team could be an accountant. Creating a team of people that can help you. Maybe you have an assistant. Okay. Get help from professionals. Get help from somebody that knows what they're doing. Hire somebody, for God's sakes. Hire somebody. Don't just do things all alone. Don't just be out here trying to figure this stuff out by yourself. You're sitting at your office cubicle. You're looking crazy. You're wondering where to start, who to ask. Hire someone. Get a professional. You're already in business. You don't know where to go. You hit a brick wall. Please hire someone. There are consultants out there, coaches out there, people out there that can help you. Why are you doing this by yourself? Please tell me why. 10 ways to invest in your business. Outsource. Outsource what you don't want to do, but you know you need to do. Okay, you don't have to do everything. If you are in a position where you can outsource, and again, this goes back to money matters, being in a position where you can do these things, getting yourself to a place financially where you can outsource. This is important. This is one of the ways that you invest in your business. Building a 5-year strategy is another way. Where do I see this business in 5 years? Where am I going? Where are we going? Where am I taking this business in 5 years? You thinking about today, but you need to be thinking about today and tomorrow and the next tomorrow and 5 years after that. Have a strategy, create a plan. 10 ways to invest in your business, protect your business. Listen, this could be the webinar right here. Do you hear me? This piece could be this whole webinar in this masterclass. Protect your business. What is it like? What point does it make to establish a successful company and you haven't protected it? Protect your business, whether that means you need to get insurance or whatever that means, but you need to protect your business. Protecting your business is protecting your investment, is protecting yourself, protecting your family. Protect your business, please. How? Well, I talk about that in my course. Again, one of the ways to protect your business is to make sure that you have insurance, especially depending on the type of business that you are doing. Again, know the laws for your state. All right, 10 ways to invest in your business. Have something you can liquefy for cash if need be. If you need cash, have something available that you can turn into cash. Again, we're talking about how money matters. Why is it important? You need to have cash. You need to have money to run your business. If I could just put that on a t-shirt and a coffee mug, I would. A lot of people out here starting businesses or trying to become successful off of hopes and dreams. You need to come to reality, okay? And you need money in order to run a business. So you need to have something that you could liquefy for cash if you need to. Put money in your search engine optimization. I know that might be something new that some of you have, maybe you're just now hearing this. I don't know. But back in 2007, when I started my first company, I started a tea and coffee company. And I remember this was such a long time ago. And I remember I had people who were telling me that they had a specialty in search engine optimization. And I was like, oh yeah, that might be important. Well, let me tell you how important it was. I made 0 sales during that time. 0 sales. Why? Because I failed to invest in SEO. Now, years later, when I decided to invest in SEO, I went from 0 sales to $5,000 a month. This is why it's important to invest in your SEO. It is not a game. Go hire somebody that knows what they're doing with search engine optimization. Go hire them today. I'm telling you 10 ways to invest in your business. And this is one of the tips from the 5 keys to business success. Again, we're talking about key number 4, money matters. Okay, key number 5, your network is your net worth. Oh, absolutely. Again, like I said earlier, go ahead and touch your neighbor and say your net worth is your net worth is your net worth. Absolutely. Your network, the people that you surround yourself with. Who are you hanging around? Look at your circle today. Please understand that whoever you hang around, that is what you become. And if you are looking to become a successful business owner, then you need to hang around other successful business owners. If you are already a business owner and you're not successful, then please find some people. Please network. 9 reasons you need to do this. First of all, again, like I said, it increases your net worth. Number 2, you build your Rolodex. If you don't have anybody to call, you're in trouble. You need to have a support system. You need to have people that you can call, people that can help you, people that are a resource, people that are a guide. You can't be asking your Uncle Willie, okay, and Grandma Pearl because they may not know. You need to build your Rolodex. You need to increase your network. Your network needs to extend beyond whoever. Your network needs to extend beyond your family members who don't know nothing about business. Your network needs to extend to people who can actually provide you information that you don't have, and the reason why they can do it is not because they just talking about it, but because they're actually in business and they are successful. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you want to be successful, you got to hang around successful people. Build your confidence. Not only are these people pouring into you, but you have value. Do you hear what I say? No matter whether you're sitting in a cubicle or no matter if you've been in business for 5 years or more, you have value. You have skills. You have resources. You have assets. You have things that you can share with someone else. When you start to network, it's going to build your confidence. It's going to build your self-esteem. It's going to help you to learn how to speak in front of other people. And all of these things are important to help build and help create more success within your business. Very important. Okay. It's going to help open your perspective. This is why you need to network. You don't want to be hanging around the same people. You don't want to be hanging around everybody that thinks like you. No, you need to hang around people that have different perspectives. You need to hang around people that are coming from another place. You need to hang around people that can give you different viewpoints, that'll keep you from being stagnant, that'll help broaden your lens. This is what you need. Makes you visible. If people can't see you, then how are you going to sell your product, service, or idea? You need to be seen. People need to know that you exist. This is why networking is so important, so that people can refer you. People need to know about your business. People can refer you to their friends, and these friends can become clients, and these clients, they lead to sales. Okay? You see how this works? This is why networking is so important. Keeps you from being by yourself. You don't have to be on an island by yourself. Keeps you current. You got to know what's happening in your industry. If you're networking, your ear is always to the ground. You always know what's going on. Again, this is about building your Rolodex. This is about knowing what's happening within your industry. This is about knowing the trends so that you're not left behind and you're not stuck with some dusty trends, okay? You need to be current. And part of the way that you stay current is by staying around people who are in your industry, by knowing what's happening so that you're not left in the dark. Helps to reduce stress. Okay, when you start meeting with other people, you start connecting with other like minds. This is very important. First of all, you don't have to explain things to people that you're already on the same frequency with. You understand? Sometimes when you're with your family, they may or may not be business people. You need to find yourself some business people that can help keep you accountable to your business. Someone who can relate to you on the level of business. Someone that you can talk to. Someone that you can build long-lasting friendships. You can build long-lasting friendships simply by networking. And this is so helpful because sometimes you're going to get to a point in time, if you haven't already, if you haven't started your business yet, you will get to a point in time where you will be stressed out about business. And this is why networking is so important, because you can find another person that could potentially help you, that could be an accountability partner to you. Again, you don't have to do this by yourself. Okay, it helps to build a reputation. When you associate with credible networks and they do credible business, you will build a professional reputation, and you do credible business. This is important. You're surrounded by other people. They know you do credible business. They do credible business. Birds of a feather flocking together. These people are sending you, like I said, potential clients that you may be able to work with. This is an opportunity for you to build your reputation. And when you build your reputation, then you increase your chances of becoming a successful business owner. These people can give you answers. Networking gives you answers. Again, like I said, we're not asking Uncle Willie and Junebug and all of them. No, what we're doing is we're taking ourselves to professional networks, okay? And we're meeting with like-minded people who can actually give us information and not just telling us what they think based upon their emotions, based upon what they saw on TV. No, these are people who are actually walk the walk, they talk the talk, and they walk the walk. And this is why they're able to give you answers. These are people with receipts. This is why networking is important, because if you want receipts, then you need to hang out with people who already have them. Hear me when I say. Go ahead and take a sip of coffee. I hope you're having fun. I know I am. All right. So as I take my sip of coffee, let's go over what we have covered. So far, we have indeed covered the 5 keys to business success. Yes, we have. And briefly, but we still covered them. And I'm so glad that we covered these keys. Now, I got to ask you, who wants to take things to the next level? Are you ready to take things to the next level? I'm absolutely ready to take things to the next level. All right, so let me ask you something. Do you see how these secrets can be applied to you in your business? Okay. Have you already identified the gaps in your thinking or tool set? And can you see yourself living your passion and getting paid to do that? Ask you those questions. Let's just sit there with those questions. Well, what if there was a step-by-step training course that was designed specifically for African American women to help them launch and grow a successful business? What if you could save hundreds of hours of research and stress for your business? What if you had my 20 plus years of experience and training at your fingertips? What if you didn't have to spend thousands of dollars to get all of this information? Well, guess what? You know I have the solution for you. Let me tell you something. Introducing my Expect Effing More 5 Keys to Business Success training course. This course is for you. It is designed to help you to become a successful business owner. You've been thinking about leaving your job. You just left your job. You have a business, you're still struggling. You need this course. Okay? The Expect More 5 Keys to Business Success course will help you break out of your comfort zone and follow your true passion. It's time to stop working for someone else and start building your own vision. This course is going to help you shift your mindset. It's going to help you to develop the confidence that you need to design a business that reflects who you are. Maybe you have a business, but it doesn't even reflect who you are. You're not even true in your own business. You need to get it together, and this is why I designed this course. This course is designed to help you with growth and success right from the start. You start seeing results within 5 weeks. Some people might take 5 weeks because this is a 5-week long course, but some of you may take this course and try to do it in 1 week. God bless you, because there's homework. You know, I used to be a college professor. I've done it for years, over 7+ years. And let me tell you, I am notorious for giving out homework. But the way that I do it within my courses that I develop, I call it soul work. I call it soul work because it's not mindless homework. This is soul work to help you develop your business success. And this is why I have it within my courses. Absolutely. Okay, so this is what I'm giving you, a specific point-by-point blueprint. This course is the blueprint for business success. This is not based upon any fluff. I started doing my research for business success way back in 2007 in my doctoral program. This is why I am Dr. B. My doctorate is in business administration, and the reason why is because I studied business. Not only did I study business, I studied African American female entrepreneurs, and I found out what it takes for them to be successful. This course is my blueprint. If you are an African American female entrepreneur calling yourself getting ready to start a business, then I don't even know why you don't have this course yet. I don't even know why you don't have my book yet. But this is why I'm introducing myself to you today. Maybe you don't know me, baby. You know me now. Okay? This blueprint is the path. It's showing you exactly what to do to leave that dreadful 9-to-5 job that you're tired of and you're ready to curse your supervisor out like yesterday. You see, I can't even talk because I know how you're feeling. This is giving you the proven strategies to build your brand, make it successful and attractive to investors. Absolutely. There's nearly 75 training videos in this course divided into 5 weeks of business focus. You don't have to go back to school to get another degree. You can just go ahead and take this course. Do you hear what I'm telling you today? A course that's designed specifically for you. Is your current college curriculum designed specifically for you? Probably not. Probably not. But this one is. Why? Because I care. That's why I'm here. So what's inside the course? Well, this is an example of what the course looks like. And this is just a slide that shows mindset. This is just week 1. Week 1 mindset, okay? But I go over all of the 5 keys to business success. I mean, very thoroughly within this course. And again, like I said, there is homework, aka soul work, for every key. So it's important. Not only are you going into depth with the keys, but you're going into depth with yourself. And as you're doing that, you're moving closer and closer to your business success. This is a very important course because, again, it's giving you the formula for business success and it's teaching you how to apply it to your specific situation. Again, this is why there's homework involved. A very powerful course. So what do people have to say? Well, these are some of the things that people have to say about me and my courses, things that I have done. And I'm honored, to be able to share some of the things that people have said. I mean, I've taken people from businesses from 0 to 6 million in sales. I mean, I've done so much in the world of business, but what brings me the most joy is when I see people's comments, when people tell me that they listened to my material and it helped change their lives. That means something to me. When I hear people saying they have more confidence, when I hear people saying that their mindset has shifted, when I hear people saying that they went from 0 in sales, okay, and now they're at 45,000, when I hear people a month, when I hear people say that my work has helped them and has changed them and has ministered to them, it means something to me. Again, this is some of the comments from some of my people who have gotten my work or gotten my courses or gotten my books. Listen, it's time to expect effing more. So do I have more for you? Absolutely. Absolutely. What are you going to get? Well, in addition to getting my course, when you sign up for this deal today, you're going to get my ebook. If you haven't read my ebook, Expect Effing More, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't know what you're doing. This is important. This book, it ought to be in every college. It ought to be in every household. If you call yourself starting a business, even if you weren't an African-American female entrepreneur, please understand that this book has value. It has value because, again, it's introducing you to the 5 keys to business success. It's me sharing my own personal information about how I've applied the keys, about where the keys came from, about facts and figures. There's over 60 citations in this one book. If you don't have this book, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing with yourself. But again, if you participate and you go ahead and you get this program today, you are going to get a copy of my ebook just like that. You see how I snap? Just like that. What else are you going to get? Well, you know, I got more for you. You're going to get my 5 Keys to Business Success Working Journal. I love this journal, okay? I'm a fan of journaling. I have been journaling since 2003. Oh, it's a long time. That's a long time. This working journal prompt is very powerful because, again, this is reiterating those 5 keys, keeping them active in your mind all year, giving you positive words of encouragement too, and giving you different things that you need to do maybe every month to help you, again, cultivate these 5 keys to business success. There is a reason that I keep telling you about these 5 keys. I want you to get it in your soul. And so this business working journal, this actually helps you to do that. You get this when you sign up for this deal today. What else? You get the top 23 grants for African American women business owners. This is very important to know. A lot of times people are looking for money to start their own business. Well, honey, let me tell you, there are grants out there. There are grants out there that could potentially help you. This is why I am giving you an e-copy of my grant guide when you sign up today. Oh, but for my people who are decision makers, they say successful people make decisions and they make them quickly. This is my fast action bonus. You know, I had to have a fast action bonus for my people who already know what they want. You need to know what you want. Again, that's part of mindset. Stop dilly-dallying. Stop wondering. This is my fast action bonus for the people that are ready today during this special web offer. So what are you going to get? Well, for a limited time bonus, you're going to get my Expect Effing More Business Tune-Up mini course. This is a very powerful mini course. Maybe you're already in business. This bonus mini course offers you access to exclusive videos to help you get in the right mindset for success. Sometimes our biggest barrier is in our own heads. So learning how to get out of your own way, oftentimes we're in our own way. Let me tell you that. Will help set you up for success. This is the best thing you can do for your business. Now, during this mini course, I'll guide you on how to be more successful today than you were yesterday. Again, you're going to get that when you sign up for this limited time offer. What else are you going to get? Now, this is going to sound really random, but did you know that I have a Goddess product line? Well, now you do. When you sign up for this offer today, this puts you in a place to be one of the first to sign up to receive my information about my Goddess product line. For example, I have a CBD holy roll-on oil that is coming out. You will be one of the first to be able to sign up to potentially get that product. What I'm saying is these are secret offerings that I haven't told anybody about. When you sign up for this deal today, you get access to potentially sign up and learn more about my CBD roll-on oil that I have coming out. You get to learn about my 33 card oracle deck that's coming out. You're one of the first people to learn about these things. Again, these are very special offerings that I have not shared with anybody. Again, you're learning about my offerings once you sign up for this program today. Okay, so this is a special limited time offering. I mean, look at everything that you get here. I'm super excited to be able to share with you this offering today. What is the total value of this package? The total value of this package is beyond $5,000. Again, if you go to expectmorecourses.teachable.com, this will lead you to this offering. But are you going to pay over $5,000 today? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, you want to go to expectmorecourses.teachable.com. So what are you going to pay for this? All of this material. Let's go over it again. What are you going to get? Number one, you're getting my course, my Expect More course, the 5 Keys to Business Success course. Then you're going to get an e-copy of my book, okay? This is powerful. Then you're going to get my 5 Keys to Business Success working journal. Then you're going to get my grant guide, my top 23 grant guide for African American business owners. Then you're going to get my business tune-up mini course. And then you're going to get access to my exclusive products, which I haven't told anybody about. These are exclusive products, okay? Exclusive. All of this you're going to get. The total value, again, the total value is over $5,000. But are you going to pay $5,000? Absolutely not. So what is it? Let me tell you something. Everything I've shared with you today is part of a complete transformation. Not just a course, not just a download, but a divine system to help you activate your calling, build your business, and walk in full spiritual and financial alignment. I said spiritual and financial alignment. If you were to purchase everything separately, the full course, the ritual, the templates, the business guide, the this, the that, it would cost you over $5,000. But because you're right here, right now, watching this sacred webinar, I'm not even offering this system to you for $5,000. I'm not even offering it to you for $597 off. $597. Not even that. Do you hear what I say? Take a sip of your coffee and let that settle. Did you see everything that I'm offering you today? And I said you're not even going to invest $597. Listen, this is not a public offer. Okay, hold on to your hats. You won't find this price anywhere. Okay, this is an exclusive access point. This is designed for people who are aligned and ready and divinely guided to rise. Again, you've been sitting in that cubicle. You tired of your coworkers. You've been ready to leave since last week, Tuesday. Or maybe you already left. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You need guidance. You need to invest in this offering today, and you're not even going to pay $597 today. You're in business already. Your business is not doing exactly what you want it to do. You feel like something is missing, but you don't know what. You're not even going to pay $597 today. So what are you going to pay? Listen, you're not going to pay over $5,000. You're not going to pay $597. You get all of this today. All of this, all of it, for $397, people. I said $397. When you go to expectmorecourses.teachable.com, again, that's expectmorecourses.teachable.com, it will lead you right to this offering. And I must have lost my mind. This total savings is almost $5,000 itself. I'm giving you the whole kit and caboodle for $397 today. That is crazy. I've lost my mind. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I know what it's like to want to leave a place and you feel stuck and you feel tired, but you don't know how you're going to get out. I was already there, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. I also know what it's like to have a business but not know exactly what to do and not want to go back to school, but you just need some resources. You just need some support. You just need somebody to help you. And this is why today you are watching this masterclass, and today you get the deal of $397 to potentially change your life. Again, you want to go to expectmorecourses.teachable.com to access this special offering today. Who does this work for? Okay, this works for African American women who are ready to start their business, or you already have a business, or African American women who are ready to become a successful business owner, or anyone anyone who is ready to become a successful business owner. Again, the 5 keys to business success is for you. It is for you if you are ready to make a difference in your life, if you are ready to understand what it takes to run a successful company. Again, to get this special offer today, this offer for $397, go ahead and head to expectmorecourses.teachable.com. And you know what? I'm so looking forward to seeing you on the other side. I love you. I'm wishing you success. And until next time, again, expectmorecourses.teachable.com. Bye for now.